Haha. Okay. Um. Hmm. Uh, hey man, coming on stream and you're in my head. Oh, it's not a good start. It's not a good start. Uh, hey Darius, how you doing? Welcome. Uh, I thought you'd be busy, man. I thought you'd be busy sorting out your Christmas and stuff, because like I remember when I was younger, wrapping up Christmas presents and stuff, and preparing for Christmas Day when a family turns up and hand them off. I don't know, maybe that's what you do. That's what I did anyway. How you doing anyway? I just now found the password to log into my Flickr account. I was looking for it. I was like, I was sick all day yesterday. I'm resting today. Are you better today, dude? And we'll be busy tomorrow. I think everybody's gonna be. I think everybody who celebrates Christmas is always busy on like Christmas Eve. I think it's just a Western thing. I mean, in Japan, it's just what another business day, isn't it? I mean, I don't know. I was like talking to somebody today, and and they told me that, oh, you know what? People in Japan they don't close for Christmas. I went, what? It's like I was pretending to be shocked. It's like what? They don't close on Christmas? Wait a minute. It's okay. It's okay. I understand. It's not a Christian country, so I understand. That's what I said anyway. Yeah. And I said, no, no, no. It's like Western companies close and Japanese companies don't. Christmas isn't a holiday in Japan. Well, I don't know. It's debatable. Some people say it's a holiday, and some people say it'd be like it's a work but not official holiday. It's just a thing. So I'm not doing anything today. I just thought I'd come online and say hi and stuff. Um, I was. Uh, there's no debate. Well, I'm not saying it isn't a holiday or isn't a holiday. It's just I think Christmas in. I think when I walk around outside. Okay, when I wander around Tokyo around this Christmas time, yeah, it feels a bit odd outside. All the Christmas illuminations and stuff, right? It feels more like it doesn't feel like they're celebrating a birthday of somebody. It feels more like romance gestures because it's like sometimes there's like blues, whites, and a bit of red. Yeah. And I don't know that the color of the lights and everything, um, they feel like they feel like it's like another Valentine's Day. Do you know what I mean? The commercial ads was on, and you started speaking. Oh, Merry Christmas! Hey, Merry Christmas! Yeah, um, I hate these ads. I snooze the ads. The commercial ads was on, and you started speaking. I was yawning, man, because like it's almost 2 a.m. over here, right? And I've been fiddling about uh with my computer, basically, and I'm trying to dump a whole load of pictures onto my computer. Yeah, um, I'm realizing the hard drive or the storage medium on this laptop is not big enough for both of my SD cards, and I just I haven't really been streaming recently, right? You might have noticed I haven't been outside doing IRL and stuff. Um, I decided that I want to spend a bit of time recording videos for YouTube content. Uh, you know, more like videos that I'm going to overdub, you know. So a lot of the videos I've been shooting around Tokyo recently, they're just natural sounds and natural soundscapes, people wandering around the streets, and just me holding the camera and just walking in wherever I'm going. Yeah. So that's what I've been doing for the last couple of days, last couple of weeks. I just, it's like there's some people will make YouTube video and live stream, and I think I don't know, I can't. Some people say to me, you know what, Nikita, you should take your live stream and cut out sections of it and make videos out of it. I can't because most of my live streams are me, right? They're just videos of me talking with the odd glimpse of the background or the foreground or what I'm looking at and stuff like that. And it's not really what I want in the content I want to make on YouTube. So I've been taking a little break from IRL streaming and trying to work out how I want to do my YouTube channel. I know that most people follow me on Twitch and Kick and all the other platforms that I'm sometimes streaming on, that you're expecting live IRL streams or maybe a bit of gaming streams and stuff, right? But I've actually taken a step back from my IRL. I haven't quit IRL. Okay, I'm just taking a little bit of a step back because I've been looking at my YouTube stats and the amount of how much time people spend watching things on my YouTube channel, and what they're watching and stuff like that. I'm still here, by the way, before you ask. While you interrupted what I was thinking about now. So I just decided that I want to spend a bit of time because, like, Christmas in Japan, I mean, it's not really festive, right? It's like a bit artificial. They make it very beautiful and they put the illuminations everywhere. And the problem with walking around Tokyo is that you don't always get the shot the first time you walk there. You don't get the shot second time you walk there. Actually, you have to stand around for a little while to get what you want because there's always going to be random tourists walking past, people who don't care what you're trying to do. It's like, you hold a camera up and you're like taking a picture. Courtesy is like, oh, someone's taking a picture, I'll walk behind you instead, right? No, they've just walking straight in at you. And half the time is that I'll take pictures and they'll be like, somebody's in a shot, or there'll be a foot in a shot, or there's you know what I mean? And it's like, it's really annoying, okay? So I end up spending a lot of time just doing stuff. And I don't know about anybody else, but I personally, I like nighttime better than daytime. I think, I mean, for me anyway, I prefer the nighttime. The night scene looks better. Maybe it's more colorful. Maybe it's more vibrant. Maybe it's a different atmosphere. Because, like, daytime in Tokyo in winter, it's kind of grey. There's occasionally, like, you get like about between like 11 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it's like sunny some days. Not every day, some days. And then it goes grey. And I don't like taking pictures when it's grey. I like taking pictures when it's dark. Um, Preferably after sunset. Yeah. Unfortunately, the weather's really cold outside. And me in the cold, I mean, you'd think to yourself like, oh, Nikita's from England, she's okay. She'd be comfortable in cold. No, I hate the cold. Yeah, I hate the cold. And to go outside, and I really, really hate being fat, by the way. I know, like, when I'm in the UK, people in my chat, they was like, Nikita, you should do this to diet, you should do that to diet. Um, I have a problem with my diet, okay? And honestly, I don't eat that much in Japan. I honestly do not eat that much. I mean, like you guys, like when I do IRL and stuff like that, you maybe see me go to have a burger. That's it. That's the only meal I have. Literally, it's the only meal I have. And today I had a pot noodle yesterday, or a noodle thing yesterday, and then today I had um well, I was in a My Basket, okay, and they have these bread things. They're in like a little individually wrapped bread things. Um, I don't like the bread in Japan. It's not like what's that? What's that really soft bread called? Like a French style bread. It's kind of like it looks yellow on the inside, not white. I don't like that kind of bread. I like the problem isn't the quantity, it's what you eat. No, it's not that either. It's my hormones. Honestly, it's my hormones. Um, um, being considering my hormones are predominantly. Did you snipe anyone, Nikita? I didn't go out. Um, I didn't go out because I've been like trying to make space on my laptop to move all the videos and pictures I've shot in the last couple of weeks because I haven't been doing IRL. But I need to. See, the thing is, I can't leave him on the card because I want to use the card again. So I have to dump the images somewhere, right? And my laptop's a bit full. So I sat here for the most of today, having one eye on somebody's chat and having the other eye um, going through all my folders and thinking, oh, I don't need that. Chuck that in the bin and chuck that in the bin and what the fuck is that? Chuck that in the bin, and stuff like that, yeah. And just trying to make space. This year's chance to get more followers. Um, I'll be truthful with you, K Star. Um, I like the idea of being uh well known. But I'm not willing. You see, the thing is, right? I have to be careful. Yeah, for you foreigners and stuff, right, who don't live in Japan and don't have relatives in Japan and stuff like that. Yeah, you can just come here, make a mockery, and leave, right? And eventually the dust will settle, and everyone will forget about you. I have to be careful. I mean, it's like I think people like Tazo and stuff like that, like they can be in Japan, and you have relatives in Japan. I have my father's side of the family in Japan, remember? And but those guys ate Somali. Um, I don't know. We didn't know what Somali was going to be like when people in Japan met him. You know what I mean? Because like a couple of my friends, they met Johnny before Johnny became Somali. Is Tazo your favorite streamer in Japan? I don't have a favorite streamer in Japan. Anyway, cheers. I got a drink tonight. I don't have a favorite streamer in Japan. It's like I don't really watch that many many streamers. Um, I was in Slightly Homeless' stream. I was in Hyap's stream. I was in Tazo's stream. I jumped to Sam's stream for a bit, and then I went back to Twitch. Just it's like sometimes you'll sit here doing stuff and you get curious about what's going on in the world. So you open Kick and you go through all the channels, and then you go to Twitch, you go through all the channels, and then nobody's interesting, and close all the windows down and go about doing what you do. Yeah. I've been trying to get Sarah and Connie to snipe, but they don't seem to care. Also, okay. Um, out of those people out there that are in Tokyo at the moment, I met Paul. I met Ice Poseidon 2 years ago with Sus, right? Um, I know I met Shab 2 years ago when Sus was here. I met Tazo. Um, I met Romantic Gaijin. Um, I met all the streamers like 2 years ago. I even bumped into Sushi Potato. So for you to say, why did you go snipe somebody? And so it's like, I already met most of the people out there. What do you think about Ned? Okay. 2 years ago, Ned and we had like plans to hook up a meet, right? And then Ned met a girl, and the girl moved into her apartment, and I think Ned fell in love with her or something like that, or something like that. And then my plans went out the window, okay? And ever since then, I haven't been in touch with Ned because uh, my idea of going to school and study and Ned's idea of not of going to school is a waste of time. It's kind of like a different side and different perspectives of life, right? What he wants in life, what I want in life are a little bit different. Um, I do enjoy small streamers. I do enjoy seeing small streamers getting big and doing well. Well, if you were in my stream about 10 minutes ago when I started, you would know that I took a bit of a step back and I haven't actually done any IRL stream for about 2 weeks. Because I've been outside with my camera shooting videos here and there. Um, because I don't know how long I'm going to be in Tokyo for, and I need to get my visa renewed, and I don't know if my visa going to be renewed. Um, so I can do IRL anytime, but to get time out there to shoot videos that I want to shoot and use them for later videos and stuff, I have to do them now, right? Um, because I don't necessarily need people in the background and stuff like that. It's not about that. It's about some of the ideas I want to do. What is your current? When's your current visa expiring? So my current visa expires uh, about a few days after my birthday. Um, so I need to get it renewed before then. Um, and so that's about 2 weeks away. So I have, and I don't know, does immigration office close on Christmas Day and stuff like that? And I know that over New Year they close for several days. I think they close New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and then the two following days afterwards, and they return back to work on the fourth, I think. Um, so yeah, um, and I need to get my visa renewed for. I think I can extend it till they will be closed until the sixth. I think. That's why I need to get it done this week. Then I don't have time. I don't have time to do stuff because like, I was going to do it today, but I woke up late and I'm going. I the fourth is a Saturday. Yeah, but I'm thinking of doing it sometime this week, Darius. Like between the 25th, because like between the 24th and the 28th. Oh no, 24th and 27th. I get it done. Um, I mean, it's going to take me about, I reckon, about 2 hours, 3 hours the most to get it done. Because I'm not doing like um actual visa renewal thing. I'm just filling a form in and telling them why I want to stay longer. Um, so I don't know. I don't have that much time. I only have. I mean, looking at where we are in the week and looking where the holiday starts and everything, I only literally only have this week to do it. Um, because like I think I got this week to do it, and the latest is Monday of next week. That's it. Any time after that is holidays. And if they come back on the 6th and I have to do it on the 7th, I'm too late. So I have to get it done this week. Sometime this week, I have to get it done. I mean, it's not far away. Just, well, it's not far away on the map, and there's no direct path there, though. So I have to take a couple of trains. I think I have to take a train to Nakameguru and change for, is it the Hibiya line? I can't remember. It's not the Hibiya line. What I'm talking about, Hibiya goes up north. Yeah, I just have to look at the map. Because like last time I went a different route. Uh, 4 star, you still in my chat? I don't know who's in my chat. Well, so Connie, um, Connie, I don't know who Connie is, right? But I went into her stream yesterday and she followed me, right? She followed me and messaged me. She says, Nikita, heart. I added you on Discord, blah, my username. If you're free this week, maybe we can hang out. Smile. I don't know who she is. And she sounds really desperate. Connie is the girl who came for Hube. I don't know any girls that came from Hube. I don't know any girls that Hube spent time with. Yes, hang out with her. Why? What? Why though? I mean, like, right. You have to think about from. Usually, when I go to somebody else's streams, they don't come back to me straight away, and she just like came into my stream. I left a message. She came to the Discord, and I think she tried to add me as a friend as well. But I don't add strangers to my Discord. Uh, so she don't want to hang out with male streamers because her Japanese boyfriend don't like it. Uh, I don't care. You know, it's not about whether somebody's like it or not, right? It's about. It's like I look at her streams and all she does is play Sim 4, and she's done a couple of IRL streams, but they're not that interesting to me. You're still in Japan? Damn. Yeah, I'm still in Japan. Look, I got beer tonight. I don't know if you can see it. I'm drinking beer tonight. I don't normally drink beer. You know, of all the beer I drank in Japan, I like this one the best. It's very light, yeah, and I'm very weak, so and I'm not really a beer drinker, but this beer is refreshing to drink. Refreshing, mild, not too gassy, yeah. Did you see Ned attack? Did you see Nick attack Ned? I didn't. It. You know what? The clips that people posted in my Discord, right? I don't see any physical contact apart from the bit shuffling. Yo, you still not linking with Ice? I don't want to link with Ice, do I? Why is my chat so obsessed with me linking with like Ice and people? Why? Why can't I just do what I want to do? Hmm? Why? I mean, like, if you guys wanted me to grow and support, you would have supported me a long time ago. It's like supporting me is a direct incentive for me to stream more, but nobody supports me, so I just go back doing my own stuff instead. because we want to see you get exposure. I do get exposure, you know. I get more viewers on Kick than I do on Twitch. I mean, people on Twitch comes and say hi and stuff, and then they disappear again. And I mean, I don't know, they just disappear. So because that CX member, because that CX member do. See, Ice at least once he's in your area. I've seen Ice before. I met Ice 2 years ago with have you not seen the photo? I've met him before. You didn't, but you didn't stream with him. It's true, I didn't. But he's not in. His plan isn't to stay in Tokyo. His plan is to tour around Europe, tour around Japan, right? Nobody even knows you stream. It's okay. I can make my own way. The thing is, right? You guys just see me as an IRL streamer. I don't. IRL is not my main gig, you know. And when I do other stuff, you guys don't come in. You guys like, oh, I'm not into this, and you leave, right? Because like when I first started streaming, I started in gaming. I'm not a very good gamer, but I like gaming, yeah. And I do kind of tech stuff on stream, and maybe some other stuff on stream, but I'm not a pure IRL streamer. You know what I mean? Where are Bud Light and Sentinel? I know you from Hube. Yeah, I see. I watched Hube for like a number of years before I came to Tokyo, right? And then Hube said, "Oh, let's meet up." I mean, like when I go to Hube stream, he says, "Oh, hey, Mr. Kia, what's up? What's up?" You know, and people in his chat is kind of a bit funny with me, and I just laugh at it because it's like slightly toxic and slightly amusing. Um, I don't know. I don't mind. I'm not. See, the thing is, I don't really have time to do live stream every single day like for you guys. I mean, I want to, but I don't have time for it because, like, if I get my visa renewed next year, I'm going back to school. You know, Miss Nikita in since 2016 in CX Discord. I am in CX Discord. I have I don't know what the hat is, but I got an achievement hat. I don't know who gave it me or what. Right? It's kind of a weird thing, and I don't know who else has it. You picked a school. Well, you see, Darius, right? There's no point me picking a school just yet when I don't even know my staying, right? Firstly, I need to get my visa renewed. Then I can say, yep, I'm staying, right? And then I can start making plans for next year. I never knew Miss Nikito's Asian. I'm half fucking Japanese and half Chinese, dude. How not Asian can that be? Uh, you know Miss Nikita from the emote in Leon's chat. We thought she was white. No, I'm not white. I just sound British, right? I just sound very, very British and white trash, right? Because I live in England, yeah? Because the name. It's like I'm like a banana, you know. I'm yellow on the inside. Well, I'm white and yellow on the outside and white in the middle. Does that make sense? It's like my brain and upbringing is all very Western, right? But my appearance is like kind of yellowish, you know. I think describing myself as a banana is probably the most accurate. I mean, I have Ice Poseidon on DMs, but I haven't DM'd him, and I can see that they have a chat on at the moment. With, oh, oi, Katie, she's muted. I know, oi, Katie. Yeah, I come to CX. I go to Purple Army occasionally, and sit and talk in Discord. I'm just I'm not super. Um, I don't know. It's like I know that I know Paul's plan is to. I mean, they were in Disney. They were in Tokyo Disney World today, or Disneyland, or Disney World. I don't know what it's called. But they were at Tokyo Disney today, and I think they're hanging out in Tokyo this week. And then you're not super top in and locked in. No, I'm not. Um, I don't know. I mean, like, I have like kind of reservations about getting within some CX. Um, I don't know. I don't want to be. I kind of like. I kind of like to be well known and get like a lot of viewers and stuff like that. Hey, Third Eye, how you doing? Cheers. Mm, thank you very much for the redeem. Um, I don't know. I'm in two minds about it. Right? There's lots of opportunities to meet people. Yeah. I mean, I think Joel supposed to be coming to Tokyo sometime next week or this week? Because like I think he's in Korea or I don't know where he is at the moment, but he's supposed to be here. Um, I know Homeless is here, but isn't Homeless always here? I'm doing all right. How about you? I'm contemplating dropping some money on getting another SSD because I need more space on the computer. It's all very well we going outside, take pictures and videos and stuff like that, right? I've got nowhere to bloody store them. And for some people, buying memory cards is dead cheap, but in Japan, memory cards are expensive. Um, you were just pecking at the sides like me before. I stopped watching CX after CX Mansion event and just peeking in their shit. But since I visited Philippines and met him, I've been locked. I've been locked and tapped in. Uh, what Steve use? What do you mean? What Steve use? I don't know what Steve uses. What do you mean, Third Eye? You mean what SD cards? See, the thing is, I'm not just shooting pictures, right? I'm shooting video, and video eats up memory card like no that like if you when I'm recording 4K 60, it just eats up memory card. Get a haircut. What's wrong with my hair? It's not that long, you know. That's my hair, all of it. I like my hair, dude. Like he doesn't have a PC. He only has a laptop. Maybe could ask him what he uses for storage. I have I've got Thunderbolt drives, but they're full. I got I got three Thunderbolt drives in Japan, and they're all full. So I'm contemplating buying a larger SSD and putting that drive in one of the boxes of the SSD and putting the blank one in there. But they're expensive, man. They're like getting a 4 terabyte SSD in Japan is like a young man yen, which is like 250, maybe $300. You can buy a home server now, side of a microwave. I know that, but I have to travel light because I'm not here. I don't. I don't live in Tokyo. I'm just in here. I'm just here temporarily. Yeah. So although I can go out and buy a microwave size storage unit, I also have to think about how do I get it back again. You know. So that's the price here. In the UK, it's cheaper. It's like 4 terabytes is about £200, and 8 terabytes is around about £500. But in Japan, it's closer to £700. So it's to me, it's like going from a 4 terabyte drive to an 8 terabyte drive and paying about a month's rent is a lot of money. Yeah, like the money for rent I have to pay if I'm going to stay in Japan, right? But at least I'm not paying hotel prices if you think about it. Because like if you stay in this, if you, I don't know how much those guys pay when like Ice Poseidon and that when they stay in Tokyo. I don't know how much they pay, but you know he's probably a millionaire. So $100 here, $200 there, $500. It's nothing, you know, because he makes it back in the day on the strat. Yeah. Um, External hard drives. I don't trust them that much because uh, when you're moving and you drop them around, okay, the mechanical drives can die, and then your data's locked into the drive, and then you kind of like at the mercy of data recovery at that point, and data recovery becomes even more expensive. Whereas like an M.2 drive, which is like that, you know, um, they're relatively small. That's a 4 terabyte drive. Um, I can just, you know, the tiny, and when they're in a metal housing like this, it's not going to get destroyed. So it's just finding one. I mean, I looked at them. I think in Japan, 4 terabyte drives are really common. But when you get to like 8 terabytes and 16 terabyte M.2s, they're really rare. Um, so it's like, for example, you can get a 3.5 inch drive, or no, I think the biggest 2.5 inch drive you can get is about 2 or 3 terabytes, but they're fragile. They're about this thin, and the case you get them in is thinner, and then you put them in your rucksack and maybe you stand on it and the drive will break, it die. Yeah. Whereas this drive is like there's the drive. So it's thin. That's 4 terabytes, dude. You know? See how thin it is? And then I can just slot it in here, you know, push it down, lock it in, and then it's installed. That's a Bitcoin node. Uh, I just need more storage because like I bought memory cards to Japan, right? And I've filled them up already. And I was like thinking, SanDisk memory cards are quite cheap. And I was looking at them and in Japan I was like, huh? Why is it 40,000 yen for one memory card? It's like, and then like starting thinking to myself, if I look at memory cards at the 40,000 yen for a bit of plastic about this big, you know, um, yeah, I'm thinking about maybe getting an M.2 drive is maybe that's a bit cheaper, you know, because I'm getting more space storage on it. I mean, with memory cards and stuff, I can just move the data off it offload the data off the memory card into an M.2 drive, right, and reuse the memory card. It's like the only time I need to replace the memory card is when they die. You know, I know that some people out there have really high speed memory cards, but on my camera, even if I bought the 300 megabits per second memory card, I still can't do S&Q mode on my camera. If I want to do S&Q mode on my camera, I have to use what's it called? CF Express cards, and those are mega expensive. Yeah. Um, yeah. So people like saying to me, "Oh, you should meet up with eyes. You should do this. You should do that." I know you guys mean well. What camera are you using? What camera are you using to stream with? This is a DJI Pocket 3. Does it look good? I swear, it's a DJI Pocket 3. I'll show you in the mirror. Can you see yourself? So what's happening is the camera on my the DJI Pocket 3 is capturing 4K, and it comes into the computer in 4K, and I squish it down to so I downsample it. Well, it's not really a downsample. It's more like a resize it into a 1080p window, so you get all the details in like concentrated. So I'm actually sending 4K video to the computer, and then OBS is kind of squished it all down to 1080p. So it looks really sharp, and it has a nice following, you know. I was surprised it was 4K. It does 4K 60. It does 4K 60, and in low light mode, it only does 4K 30. But in Tokyo, you don't need low light mode because it's everything outside is super bright. I mean, like, I did some trial testing with it the other day. I walked back from the train station, and in normal 4K mode, it was like adequate to shoot in the darkest space between the train station and my place. And when I stuck it into like low light mode, well, it's the same like street but brighter, and you kind of when you stick it in low light mode, you kind of lose the illusion that it's dark outside. So I prefer not to. I don't know. My preference is not to shoot in 4K in ultra low light mode. My preference is to shoot in standard 4K 60 in the normal mode and stick it to D-Log M, and then just color correct it once it gets in the computer. Because like OBS, you can do like pretty amazing things with OBS, right? You can like put the camera input into the computer, and then you can add a filter. You can add a LUT filter to the camera pickup to give it a bit more dynamic, different, a bit more contrast. Yeah, so it looks more natural. And when I shot with my phone last week, my room everything was yellow colored. Everything was yellow colored. This camera shows my room in a little bit more accurate. I mean, the curtains should be a little bit darker. The color between the curtains and the video, um, I think on the video is a little like maybe a shade or so lighter. Like it's like I was like talking to Steve earlier, and Steve like I was listening to what you said, Nikita, about drinking on stream. I think there's I think there's like two types of drinking. Yeah, there's drinking alcohol to the excess that you miss the train and stumble home, and drinking like one or two cans to chill out and just not get drunk. I don't know. It's like the idea of getting drunk for the sake of doing content. It's not worth it, in my opinion. He does both. Um, yeah. Then he falls in a hole and says, "Chat, I fell in a hole. Chat, there's a hole. Chat, there's a hole." Have you seen that clip today? The one where he says, "Chat, there's a hole. I fell in a hole." I wonder if Steve lurking tonight. Sometimes he looks in my chat and not say anything. Nope, no, he's not there. No doubt he'll probably be watching my stream some way. It's probably too late for him. It's like 2:30 now. No, I haven't seen it, but I can just imagine his reaction. No, it's on his Twitch. I think no, is it on his Twitch? Or a minute, let me have a look. Um, I'm just gonna look for the clip because I've seen the clip somewhere. Uh, on this. All right, I'll show you. I'll show you it. I'll show you it. Is it not that one? Is that one? Why? Chrome. So this is Steve's stream.
You electrical box right here. Chat, I fell in the hole. Chat, there's a hole. There's a hole right there.
Have you not seen that clip? I swear, man, it's so funny. I'll play it again.
On this electrical box right here.
How do you fall and not catch yourself yet? It's like
this electrical box right here.
I'm sorry, Steve, but so it's just.
Chat, I fell in the hole.
Oh dear.
Chat, there's a hole.
I was going to play it back again. It's like
On this electrical box right here.
It's like look. Right at the beginning. Right at the beginning, you see it. You see there's a hole on the floor. Look, right at the beginning, you see there's a hole on the floor, and he's like still walks into it.
On this electrical box right here. Chat, I fell in the hole. Chat, there's a hole.
Oh man.
There's a hole right there.
How do you? There's like a big hole in the floor, right, where the tree was. How do you not miss it? How do you like not miss that hole? It's huge. It's like what do you walk down the street, your eyes closed? Is that how you do it? I don't know. It sounds confused too. I think if I fell into a hole, right, I'd be like, I think I'd probably do the same thing. I'd probably be, ow, 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 shit. I mean, that's the clips I like. That's his um most viewed clip, right? I mean, I've done a clip like that before, right? On my very first stream when I first started doing IRL, I think it was like 2000 and I think it's like 2020 or 2021 when I first started doing IRL. I was wandering around Manchester, right? And there's a little bit in Manchester where the platform is raised a bit, right? And then when you're standing there and you look from the edge, it looks like there's a slope, right? It looks like there's a slope going down. And when you approach it, there is a slope going down. But the slope doesn't go down in front of you. The slope goes like an angle. And it's got steps going that way, and the slope goes at an angle. I don't know who designed it, but it's a stupid design, okay? I walked down, I put my foot down and hit the slope, fell off the slope, hit the stairs, and tripped down the stairs. And I was live on stream, and it's like you see it in one of my clips. And ever since then, I've been a bit more cautious when I'm walking. I'm like, I look at the ground more, you know. Yeah, I think we all done those funny moments where we just like do daft things on stream. You know, I just need to do more daft things on stream so you guys can clip it. You know. I mean, like, what's his second? What's the Okinawa 5 months ago? Was he in Okinawa 5 months ago? I think this Steve's falling in a hole is his best clip so far. Uh, who is that? That is a guy called Aloha Steve. He's an IRL streamer in Tokyo. He's just beginning. He's very um he streams more frequently than I do, right? Um oh, he's non-tent. I don't know what is non-tent or what is content those days because what I'm interested in and what you're interested in, they're not the same thing, you know. I mean, like Tazo is not tent. When I look at Tazo's streams, it's non-tent. He goes out shopping and pretends to buy stuff and doesn't buy anything, and then he wanders around town. Um, he wanders around town, not doing much of anything. He doesn't talk to people. He just talks to himself and talks to you guys, right? He doesn't interact with the world, yeah. Whereas I wander around and I talk to people, and even when they say they don't speak English to me, I still talk to them in English, right? And he should post it on TikTok. Does he even have a TikTok? You know, I think the difference between me and a lot of other streamers here, right? I can go out and talk to strangers 24 hours 7 24/7 and without alcohol. I don't feel an idiot like doing that. I just enjoy talking to people, you know. Has they got KCIP though? I don't know. What does KCIP do? Having KCIP means he has to declare his income because it's income. Because it's not like people not just watching him and getting subs, you know. Oh, Tazo, right? Every time I walk into the stream, he goes, "Oh, it's MsNIKITA," and then he starts singing the song, right? I don't know, does he do it for anybody else? Yeah. Um, and then his reaction in chat is he has like 3 or 4 phrases. He says, "Yeah, in it," or something. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, yeah, I think so. Yeah, okay. Well, that's it. That's his entire stream in like a minute. Tyson made that 13K in 1 month. Yeah, but how? Look, if Tasso can make 13K 1 month and he's like Tazo has a personality of watching paint dry. No, actually, no. Calling Tazo's personalities watching paint dry is offensive to people who watch paint dry. Do you know what I mean? I think to some people, watching paint dry is probably more fascinating than sitting there listening to Tazo repeat the same 4 or 5 phrases over and over again for the whole entire stream. But um, I'm really glad that he's doing well for himself. Um, so it's like the thing is, right? If I was in Tazo's shoes, okay, I'd be still struggling because I don't have a visa to be here that long, right? Whereas Tazo had his work visa, now he's earning like money that he should be paying tax on. Tazo's KCIP was like $50 to $80 an hour when he was in America. Jeez. Was he getting a lot of viewers back then? Because like isn't like KCIP based on how many viewers you got in chat? Is because of the Hunger Games. Hmm. Yeah, he had like 1K average. Yeah, so it's still a lot of people, isn't it? Oh, I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking, right? How does somebody like Tazo make that kind of money when he's boring as fuck? I mean, I'm not saying he's boring as fuck, right? I'm saying a lot of people from his streams come to my chat and report to me, Tazo is boring as fuck. Like they tell me, you have more personality than Tazo, and I consider myself not having a personality, right? And then people in chat tell me, well, Nikita, you have more personality than Tazo. And then they come to my stream and they hang around in my stream. Kind of fun. Yeah. Ice likes him, that's why. I met Ice before. I think I spoke to Ice a few times on DMs. Because like I think he knows that I'm quite technical. Because um, I spoke to Anthony as well. I think Anthony's one of Ice's tech people, isn't he? Oh, did that disable it? Wow, wow! I didn't know that does that. I was looking at yeah, but we never seen you on Ice's stream. I've never been on Ice's stream. When I was in Tokyo before the first time, he wasn't streaming, right? Sus was streaming, yeah. Sus was streaming, and then Sus had like back then. Sus was like, I think it was like having like about a 1K Andy by himself. You know, um, it's like that's why you never got CX exposure. I see. So what you're trying to say is I should go snipe him, yeah? I should walk up to, hey, 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 I know you, you're Ice Poseidon, aren't you? And stick a camera in his face. I wonder, does he remember me though? You know? Because I met him before and I don't know, does he remember old people? Too late, Ice will travel in all of Japan. Well, I know Japan. I know he's going like a touring around Japan. Yeah. Um, I'm not really. I don't really have the time to tour Japan right now. I need to sort things. Sort. I need to sort some things out for myself. Oh, he presses me already. I just ignore him. He tries prep like he comes to one of my friend's streams, right? And because he's banned from there, he's like, "Yo, ask Nikita to do it. She's a mod for you." And then like I get, and then the streamer says to me, "Nikita, why don't you do it?" I says, "Why don't you?" I says, "I wasn't the one who banned him, so why do I have responsibility of unbanning him?" You know. And he knows that. I think he knows, right, that when he tries to press me, I just ignore him. Take care because he's that Tokyo cheap coke and steroid all the time. I'm so far away from him. Yeah. Because I hate swimming and people like swimming, you know? It's like people always talking about swimming in my chat, so I banned it. All right. If you call him Nick, I know who it is. There's only one Nick I know. He came to my chat one time, telling me this, telling me that. He goes, "Oh, I live in Japan now." I says, "Do you?" So yeah, I'm married. I says, "How long you been married for?" Being married doesn't mean that you automatically get a residency. Yeah. Being married means that your wife still has to sign a paperwork every 12 months. And if she doesn't sign up paperwork, you no longer get a visa to stay in Japan. So he has to keep his wife happy. No, not at all. Well, this guy is like, I don't know, he's like mysteriously married a Japanese woman, and he goes, "Oh, I live in Japan now." And I'm pretty sure his wife had to do some paperwork every. Uh, the spouse doesn't have to sign anything, doesn't she? I don't know. Do you know that? I don't know. Do you know Nick Darius? But he's a POS. Yeah. He married just after he lose his job. Of course, he did it for the spouse visa. Laugh my ass off. You get a 1 year visa twice, then a 3 year. Yeah, but he's only on his first year and he's already stirring shit in Japan. So I can't see him lasting that long. It's like if you watch some of the clips on my Discord, Darius, then you know who we're talking about. We talk about the guy who's quite violent, you know. Um, he's he's kind of like been married less than 6 months, even probably, and already he's pressing Ned, and Ned's been here for 14 years. I do wonder, right, if Ned had to press charges, right, if they went onto a all out fight and they have to press charges, Japan tends to put the blame on foreigners, you know, and I think Ned has residency permit, whereas Nick doesn't. Nick is married, right? But it's still only a 1 year visa. Whereas Ned, he's been in Japan for like 14 years. Um, so he's got permanent residency, and he's probably never left. I think Ned wants to avoid any police interaction. I don't know what's Ned been getting up to. Is Ned been doing something naughty? I'm not a Ned fan either, so it's content when Nick presses him. I'll be honest with you, I don't watch any of those streams. Um, I only know about when you guys tell me stuff, and then you guys post it on Discord. That's when I know. I don't know. I don't go into details about anything else. I tend to I tend not to bother other people. You know, people I met, I talk to them. Like, so the people I met is Tazo, Hugh, um, Hugh, Arufa. You know the people I've met in physical life, right? Those are the people I talk to. Yeah, and those tend to be the streams I watch more of. Hugh Sama always mentions you. Yeah, I knew where they were eating today, right? They were in what's it called? Good cheese, good pizza or something. And I looked it up and I'm like, oh, that's in Shibuya. I know where that is. It's by Miyashita Park. And I thought about going over there and just barging in and saying, yo, guys, hi, yeah. But, and then when Hugh got up and left, and I thought, well, the only person I really know there is Tazo. I don't know the other two or three. How many was there? Well, Homeless knows off me, but, uh, yeah, I met Homeless last. Did I met Homeless? I think I met Homeless before. I met Homeless before, right? It was Halloween or around Halloween, and he was dressed as a Pokemon, loitering around Gaijin Alley in Shibuya, and he was drunk as fuck. At that time, he was suspended from Kick, so he couldn't stream. The pool cleaner, what? Yes, Alex will come out. Who's Alex? You should try Star Citizen. It's a good game. It's a has a big following. Somebody bought me a ship on Star Citizen, right? But I can't play it because it gives me a fucking headache. Um, when I say it gives me a fucking headache, it's the lighting. It just flickers in a way it gives me a migraine, so I can't play it. I do have beta access to it. I just can't play it. Um, 30 minutes in Star Citizen, I get a migraine for hours. It's just not worth it. Yes, Nick is now cleaning pools in Tokyo pools. Is he? Does Tokyo have that many pools? I suppose what else can he do? He's a swimmer, right? Um, I mean, like, if he doesn't get married in Tokyo, then he doesn't really have any other talent, does he? What talent does he have? When someone shits in the pool, they call Nick for an emergency. That's why he's always awake with his skateboard. Oh, you guys. What do you like? Get a scooper, like get a fishnet and like start scooping the shit out of the water. What happens if he's like a number? What happens if semis? What happens if it's like? What happens if it's like not a number two, but like what happens if you go to scoop it out, right, and it just goes straight through the net and breaks into more bits? Because like you can have that kind of turd, you know, um, not a hard turd, but not liquid turd, somewhere in the middle. Do you know what I mean? What do you do then? Do you drain the tap? Do you drain the pool and refill it? Nick pressed hard recently because he thinks he can't go to jail or pressed by the cops. I look. I think what's happening with Smiley is funny as fuck, man. Cause like he's stuck in Korea, right? He's stuck in Korea, and he's thinking that I could just do anything I want. You can't stop me from leaving. And then they banned him from leaving and took his passport away. So he went to the embassy and he got an emergency passport. But even if you got an emergency passport, you still have to find a way to leave because the border's not going to let you out, right? The only way for him to leave is to jump on a ship, a fishing boat, I think. But, it's not like you're crossing a river. I mean, you can't come to Japan because Japan's border's closed to you. And Japan would have been a good way out for him because, like, Japan is kind of the closest you'll get to Korea, right? The other option is go to China. But if he, Smiley is dumb. Everybody warned him. No, he doesn't listen though. That's the problem, right? He doesn't listen. Same as Nick. It's just going to be a matter of time before Nick gets kicked out, right? Because like the amount of problems that's coming on in Japan, the rules are going to change. I don't know when the rules will change. I don't know will the government in Japan will actually make the changes, but it's just a matter of time before Japan goes, had enough of this bullshit now. Make it more tougher for like foreigners. Because like you got foreigners coming to Japan, yeah? They come here as a visitor and they're like doing pull-ups on the Tory gates. Okay, and then you get people like digging their fingernails in the woodwork and writing their dumb names in it, with like, and then you got streamers video themselves doing dumb shit. It's just going to be a matter of time before the Japanese government like had enough. Make some amendments to the rules. I mean, they have that power, but they don't abuse it. The Japanese governments are pressing for those DJ and streamers. Nick is already in the fire now, in the files now. You see, this is the thing. You see, I don't. As much as I want to be famous, right, and as much as I want to be popular, there's a right way and the wrong way of doing it, and doing it in Japan to me is not right, not for me. Doing it in a different country and stuff, it's probably better. It's like I think I can probably get exposure if I was like if I was more serious about live streaming, if I was more serious about doing IRL streaming and went out and streamed every single day, I think I could probably make it. I mean, that's what Tazo did. Yeah. Uh, you control, but at some point, Japanese police, etc., will take care of the situation in a very seamless way. See, the Japanese police, they're not dumb, right? Um, if they suspect you of doing something, they will start collecting data first. They will they will start making a case against somebody and collect loads and loads of data before they come and arrest you. Because at the end of the day, they want to. It's like they're not going to arrest you on a suspicion. They want to get evidence first, you know. And if you stream or other people stream around you, and those clips get posted on social media, those clips can be used as evidence against you. You don't have to be the streamer. Somebody else can stream it or video it. And that video can be used against them because, like, it's proof that you did something. Yeah. Yes, and Nick feed all this now. So very nice. You know what? Last night, yeah, last night I was watching ABZ and I was watching his stream, right? It was in a bar in Kabukicho. And I looked at his stream, man, and I was like, I think I know that bar. It's like a tiny little dark, dingy bar in the middle of Kabukicho. And I thought to myself, I could just go there. The thing is, right, when you see somebody in a bar on stream, you have no idea how long they're gonna be there for if they stay at all, right? And they were in this bar for like ages, just talking and talking and talking. I'd had so many opportunities to jump out my house, to get on a train and go down to Shinjuku and go find him. Because like I think ABZ is probably the big fish. Uh, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. But the thing is, like Darius, these streamers, they're not saying anything. They are being violent in the street against other people, right? Being aggressive towards each other, like towards one another, and they're not really saying anything, but it's more doing, right? So the IRL streamer videos, those videos like can be used as evidence because like it's visual, it's video. Do it. Also, I'm a Ned fan, and I don't know how if you are cool with Ned, but a club can be nice. Me and Ned, we don't have any disagreements. Okay, we don't have any. We just don't. We don't really talk to each other. He is in my DMs, but I do say hi to him, and he never. I've never been invited over to his house. Okay, and it's never came up. Yeah. Um. So I don't know. Next time you want to snipe ABZ or Tazo, etc., do it. Why not? It sometimes takes effort, man. Because I live so far away. Yeah, it's like those guys. They're all like hang out in Shibuya area, and I'm where I'm staying. I'm almost in Kanagawa, right? I'm almost in Kanagawa. That's how far I am away. Right? It's like if you look on the map. I mean, like, yeah, he's still in Tokyo. Where he lives, he's still in Tokyo, right? For me, I can walk down the street, literally cross over a river. I'm in Kanagawa. That's how close I am. How long are you gonna stay here for, by the way? I'll probably be here if immigration renews my visa or extends my visa. I'll probably be staying here longer than they are. Are you moving if you can extend your visa? I will be moving. Where? I don't know yet. Haven't really found a place where I want to stay. Cause like I don't really want to move to Shinjuku because like Shinjuku is expensive and I don't know. I think Okubo could be it could be plausible if I could find the right place. Because I don't need a super large room. Yeah. No, Ned Ned lives the other side of Tokyo, right? Ned, I where Ned lives is closer to Narita Airport, which is about an hour and a half from Shinjuku, and that's a problem. Because like everybody tells me, why do you stay with Ned? Why do you stay with Ned? Ned's free. The problem is the travel time. Yeah, I don't want to travel 90 minutes each way to go to school. Doesn't he live in Narita? He does. It's miles away from here. No, no, I have my own resources. I have my own resources. That's not even Tokyo. Yeah, but from where I am, Darius, it's the other side of Tokyo. Like the other side, right? It's the complete other side. I know like you mean well and stuff, right? But I've always been quite independent when I come to Japan. Right. I know you guys all mean well and you're trying to help, yeah. I've been coming to Japan like a long time, and I've always been independent about finding my own places to stay. Yeah, Sasuke. Uh, Suzy's first Japanese girl is not any old girl. You know, she's a hoe, right? A professional hoe. And to pass money under the table to get them to sleep together, well, that's not really a girl. That's not even a date. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I know, Darius. I know. But all right, I need to find out which school I'm going to and then work out where I can stay near the school. It's like if I lived in Kawagoe, right, which is quite far away, it's still closer to Shinjuku than where Ned is. Why? Because there's an express train from Kawagoe to Shinjuku, and it's about an hour. The reason why I know that because if I fall asleep on my train, I end up in Kawagoe. It's like my train terminates at Kawagoe. It goes through Shibuya, through Shinjuku, around Ikebukuro, no, through Ikebukuro, and goes all the way up to Saitama. How much is your rent? Uh, my rent is about $500 a month, and that's what I'm prepared to tell you. This is decent, so what you want is cheaper. It's not about cheaper, right? It's about availability. Because when I booked this apartment, okay, I wasn't planning on staying 6 months. When I booked this apartment, I was planning to go to school, get the piece of paper I want, go back to the UK. But because I've been ill for like the first month of the time I was here, I kind of like flunked school, right? And I still need to do that paperwork, right? So I need to go back to school to study. This is why when you say to me, "Oh, you should go to meet Ice and get into see Explore," I don't have time. My priority isn't streaming. My priority is education. Yeah. So even if I got in with CX and stuff, right? If I got into CX and stuff, I would have to carry on streaming. It means I won't have time for study, and that puts my plans in jeopardy because, like, I want to come back to Japan with a student visa and stay here and study, and then after that, find work. But I don't want to work. It's like my plan isn't to come back to Japan and study and stream. My plan is to come to Japan, study, get N2 or possibly N1, and get a job in the film industry. If you really want to study hard Japanese, sorry to say, but you have to study. You have to hard try 10 hours a day. You don't have to do hard try 10 hours a day. So the Japanese courses, like, depend on your level. You can study. It's like when I was at school. When I was at school originally, the first day, they give you every class. They give you 5 sentences, right? Five example sentences about how to use a certain grammar, right? It could be wa, it could be ga, it could be no, right? It'd be like, and they'd be like practice sentences in the class, right? In those sentences, there'd be about 25 words. They will give you 25 words, and you follow a book, and the book everything is laid down. So every 1, 2, or 3 lessons is one chapter of a book, right? And you have 5 lessons a week, right? So 3 weeks you're covering around about 10 chapters or thereabouts. Yeah. So in the space of like one semester, which is about 12 weeks, I think, the aim is to finish book one in that 12 weeks, and then they start book two. And book two is a lot harder because book one is just N5, and book two is like N4. But when you start book four, it's supposed to be easier because you've got the foundations down. You can understand like basic grammar. You know, do you write a lot? Um, so in the class, we the class is taught in Japanese, right? So the notes you take and everything is all written in Japanese, and they do tests every Friday and Monday. The Friday test is grammar test, and the Monday test is I think the Monday test is about, well, it's based on like what you learned, words and verbs and adjectives and stuff like that. So, and then they make you like, it's all done with tests, right? So the attendance and stuff is really important. And the aim is to get you from N5 to N2, possibly N1 within 2 years. So, and because of that, I don't have time to stream. Can you show me your homework? I'm just curious. How about I show you the book we use? So the book we use is called Minam. Hello. So the book we use is called Mina no Nihongo. Everybody's Japanese. Yeah. And the version of book we use in the classroom is literally all in Japanese. I'll show you the first chapter. The very first chapter. This is the first page. Literally, there's chapter one, and this is the first page. And this is what we're learning, right? You don't learn any English. Everything is in Japanese. So they expect you to learn. hiragana and katakana. They start you with hiragana, and they will use hiragana continuously for the first 10 chapters of the book. And when you reach about the 8th or 9th chapter, they start introducing katakana words, right? And then from there, after like katakana is for borrowed words and stuff, right? Borrowed words and words that are foreign to Japan. So when I left the school, when I got ill, I was on that chapter. So in terms of like learning from school, the idea of learning from school is to be you're getting drilled Japanese day in day out, right? And they expect you to learn katakana and hiragana within the first 2 weeks. Is that school sponsored by Kick? No. It's not even sponsored by you either. You don't. None of you guys support me. But I'm doing it all on my own back. That are talking about pool and fishing. No, that's not. It's talking about activities. It's talking about activities and hobbies, what you want to do, you know? And they give you like bits of paperwork like this. Every day you get given a piece of paper, right? And you have to fill out the terms and that. And really, I actually enjoyed them. I actually enjoyed the classes. It's just that I was really ill at the beginning. When I first came to Tokyo, I was ill. You guys don't know, right? The first week I arrived in Tokyo, I got flu. Then I got a cold. Then I got COVID. All in a month. It's like getting ill. When I arrived in Tokyo, I was fine, right? 1 week after arriving in Tokyo, I got a flu. I recovered from flu and I got a cold. Recovered from, well, what I thought was a cold turns out to be an allergy. And then I got COVID for a week. And 3 weeks of illnesses put me out of the 90%, the potential of getting 90% scoring. It just put me out of it. So I couldn't get the paperwork I wanted, which is really annoying. Laza, you understand Japanese? Eating Indian restaurant, lol. Yeah, sure, that's important. Not really. So what's my homework? My homework is to learn grammar. My homework is more is my homework is more comprehension. There's a textbook for it. So how do you learn Japanese? So in Japan, the way you learn Japanese is that you go to the classes, you pay attention, right? You learn all the nouns. So my first week, I learned those nouns. Those are the pencil markings on there. That's my handwriting. Yeah, and then you get to. They give you a sentence. You have to fill in the blanks. Being able to fill in the blanks means that you get the answers right, and if you get the answers right, means you understand the sentence structure and the context of what they're saying. So it's not like it's not like homework or scribbling kanji over and over and over again, right? A lot of it is learning words, phrases. Watashi wa, uh, stuff like that, or simasen, something something doko desu ka, or kore wa and are wa, and it's like learning sentences and phrases, right? And then your homework is to your homework doesn't have any kanji in it, Your homework is kind of like sentences like that, right? And you have to fill in the blanks, right? And then after you fill in blanks, the next day when you're in class, they will mark them. They mark each other, and then you either cross it out or write it and stuff like that. They what they do at the class, like they will pick a random student in class and ask you to read what you wrote, right? But you don't read just the answer. You have to read the entire sentence out, right? And then if you get it right, people will clap. If you get it wrong, people will turn at you and say, "Oh no, 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 Nikita, it's not to, it's no," right? Uh, do you do A levels? No, I never done A levels. Well, it changed a lot before my times. It was 10 hours a day and write crazy shitload all the time. Probably Ned learned that way too. I don't know. I mean, like we're using a textbook called Everybody's Japanese Volume 2, right? Or Edition 2. And I think it's quite a nice book to use. There's Japanese is crazy. I think it's like, you see, Ned, I think he learned like maybe 1 or 2 years in Japan. Maybe, I don't know, he didn't like school. He told me that going to school was a waste of time. And he says to me that he advised me not to waste my money going to school. Yeah. And I don't know, did Ned go to school, right? He just advised me not to go to school and learn Japanese in Japan on the street, which is what Steve did. So, I mean, I don't know where Ned learnt his Japanese because I don't speak to him that in depth about stuff. Um, he tells me stuff. Yeah, you got advised not to go to school. What Moro would say that Ned told me not to go to school. But I mean, like this was like ages ago, Darius. Even before I came into Japan to go to this school that you suggested, Ned told me not to go to school, and I went, no, I want to go to school because my goal isn't go to school and pass things. My goal is to get a student visa, do networking. Yeah, but in order to maintain my student visa, I have to study. I don't get a 2 year visa on the spot, right? You get like a 12 months visa, and you get a second 12 months visa pending your performance of the first 12 months that you're here, you know? So if the first 12 months is crap and you're not pulling your weight, you don't get a second 12 months, you know? But, coming to Japan for the last 3 months, I've learned a lot of things. I know it has always been like that. Yeah, but I'm trying to explain to viewers in chat about what the visa system's like for student visa here, right? I know you know, Darius, because you've been through it, yeah. But other people in my chat, they're not as well keyed as you, right? They have less experience than I do, you know. And I don't have that much experience because I messed up my studies already, right? Because the last 3 months I've been here, or the last 2 months I've been here, I've learnt a lot, right? Even though I haven't really progressed through my Japanese learning, I've learnt a lot. I learnt that when you're ill, go down to the fucking hospital, get a note, right? Go down to the hospital, get a fucking note, and hand that note in. That way you can be excused, officially excused from class, and your absence isn't marked against you. Yeah. Because you need now to go to what? Um, know what, Nikita? Uh, know what, Nikita? Pretty sure can find a Japanese school in the UK, official one, like you. All right. I looked at Japanese classes in my local city, and they want 5 grand for it for 1 year. I can't afford 5 grand for 1 year. And also, the classes in the UK, they're not taught in Japanese. They taught in like half English, half Japanese. Because I sat in class. I sat in class already. It's not a. It's like there's there's like the Japan Center that teaches you, and there's a university degree that you can take. Okay, the university degree is a 3 year course. It's like 20 grand a year, and it's called Japanese Studies, and that includes the language as well and the culture, and a 1 year exchange in Japan. Right. Uh, the other one is taught at the Japan Center, where you go in as a daily class into school. You spend like 3 hours there. And I sat in the class, and the class is like they have the introductions where it's kind of done in English, and then the Japanese part is kind of like written on the board and taught in Japanese, but you can ask questions in English, and I can't learn that way. I can't learn any languages that way. For me, the way I learn language is that I learn languages best when I'm kind of immersed in it, when I'm forced to like sit in a class, could only use Japanese in class, no English. Um, you want to ask any questions in class? Ask them in Japanese. Even if you get it wrong, ask them in Japanese. That's the way I learn. It's because like that's how I learned Cantonese. Um, because like when I learned Cantonese, I didn't go to school when I learned Cantonese. I learned it watching television in Hong Kong, and then taking knowledge what I've learned on television, take it to a shop and kind of like because like in Hong Kong, the morning television, they have like children's programs where they teach you how to speak certain things like hello, le homa, le mo sit fana, so you can speak Cantonese now. Yeah, I can speak Cantonese. I can hold a semi-fluent conversation with somebody. Um, I can go to a restaurant, order food, and read the bill. You know. So when it comes to learning language, Japanese is actually my fourth language. You know, English, Hakka, Cantonese, and now learning Japanese. So from how I've learned languages and stuff in the past, the best way for me to learn languages is actually being in the country and going outside, asking people questions in Japanese, whether I get it right or wrong. Other Japanese people will correct you when you get it wrong. I noticed that. If you make an effort, because like when streamers, right, I noticed that. Do you count Japanese as a language yet? I've always counted Japanese as a language. I'm just not very good at it. You know, um, I never say I'm fluent, right? I always say I'm learning or I'm studying, as you call it. Um, but it is a language I'm learning. It's a language I'm proactively learning. My landlord is Japanese. My landlord here, in the morning when I see her, she says, "Oh, ohayo, Nikita-san, daijoubu?" And I, "Oh, daijoubu, daijoubu." It says, "Naru ii desu ne." I was like, she talks to me in like small, basic Japanese phrases, and she has a daughter here as well. And her daughter doesn't really speak that much English. She, she can read more than you can speak. So it's like where I'm living now, I'm living inside a Japan. I am living in a Japanese family. You know, I do have like a mother and daughter here. But I mean, like, it's not my mother, it's just a mother and daughter. And when I was ill, she bought me drugs. She bought me like, um, she gave me paracetamols or Japanese versions of paracetamols, Japanese Tylenol. Um, she just gave me like more. Uh, I told her I'm cold, so she gave me a blanket, and then she taught me how to use the air conditioner to put the heat on and stuff like that. You know, so yeah. I mean, I don't think even though I didn't make it all the way through my school, the last 2.5 months. It's not. No, it's not. It's not 2.5 months. It's like the last 2 months. Yeah, it's not been a waste. I haven't done as much streaming as I wanted to. I mean, originally I wanted to stream every day after school, but I quickly realized that I can't do that because after spending 5 hours, 4.5 hours sitting in class, even though it's only 4.5 hours sitting in class, right? You actually become mentally tired, right? Sitting in class, concentrating, writing things down on paper as fast as she's writing them, because like she writes them on the wall, does about 3 or 4 sentence exercises, okay, then moves to the other side and covers that side up with a piece of paper. So what I tend to do is get my camera out and take pictures. When she writes things, I'll take pictures of them. Oh, genki desu ka? Ah, genki desu. So, um, so I did a lot of stuff in my class. It's like, because like if you join my Discord, you look at I don't know, did I make my Discord public? Because like when I was in class, I took loads and loads of pictures. Um, oh, and then it's like, hold on, hello, phone. It's like they make sentences on the board, right? And then I would take pictures of them, right? And then she makes sentences on the board, and right, the way they make you remember things, right, to learn nouns and stuff, like they put pictures there. So it's like they like for friends they put two people, and that's supposed to be tamadachi, right? I don't understand those schools because you need to go in real life at the same time to speak in reality full of sound, etc. So my school was split up like this. Um, Monday, Tuesday was grammar days, right? So Monday session, Tuesday session was grammar. Wednesday was concentrated on intonation, or like speaking Japanese. So there'd be like the whole of Wednesday was like taking what you learned Monday and Tuesday, or what you learned in the past week, and practicing it, speaking, listening, and they make you repeat things over and over again. And once you get used to it, they would point to you randomly. And then when they point to you, and then you have to repeat the phrase. But when you repeat the phrase, you're not talking to the teacher. You're talking to you're asking another student. So all the students have their name cards on the tables and stuff like that, right? And you'd be like, Chris san, uh, something, 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 right? And then that person would be like, and then if they would ask somebody else, and something, 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 yeah. So that's how people learn in class, and that kind of strategy helps people to build conversation skills and get over the fear of speaking Japanese, I suppose, because like you're speaking initially when you start the class, everybody in the class is a stranger, and I think I had like 23 people in my class because like we had like loads of twos and then there's always one group of three. Yeah. Um, so and when you first started, like when they first started off in class, everybody was a stranger. Everybody kept themselves to themselves. Nobody really wanted to talk to each other. And then as the course went on, people started becoming, you could see them around the classroom, groups of people talking to each other in whatever language they get onto. And Anata no, I can't, what's that? Anata no class ni something. I don't know. Darius can answer you. Darius is much faster. I found this drink in chat. I found this drink today. It's Calypso soda. It's lemon with honey, I think. And it's supposed to be creamy, apparently. I don't know anybody in my class. It's like my class had like my class is a bit funny, right? There was like seven students that spoke Chinese. When I say they spoke Chinese, they don't speak Cantonese. They spoke Mandarin, um, and they spoke to me in Mandarin, and I didn't understand a single word they say. And I said, "I'm sorry, I don't speak Mandarin." And they're like, "But you're Chinese." I said, "I'm Chinese from Hong Kong." Oh, you speak Cantongo? I'm like, "Yeah." So I couldn't talk to them, right? And then we had Thai students that didn't speak any English, and we had like a very arrogant American guy, right? Very arrogant because like you'll be sitting in class trying to say a sentence, and he'd be whispering in your ears constantly. Um, my Japanese is terrible, mate. And then there's other guy who's really helpful called Chris, and he kind of like whenever I got because I was like ill a lot, and every time I came into class, I was always like trying to catch up. Like, so what did we do last week? Or and the arrogant guy said, "Oh, we did this, we did that, we did the other thing." He didn't tell me like, and then Chris told me, "Oh, we covered chapter 3 to 4 last week, and we got a test on Friday." And like, what's the test for? And it'd be like, it'd be for like the first 10 kanji characters. I says, "Oh, okay." So, but the American guy, he didn't does that. He just tells me what he actually did, rather than tell me what chapters we covered. So I didn't like the American guy, because his information. I mean, like the information he gave me wasn't useful. Um, Now I mean the Hong Kong way. Speak it now. I want to hear it. I don't, if you don't mind. Now I mean the Hong Kong way. They got my ear. If I go go vào thì dịch thanh mà. I don't know what to make of that. It's like cow piss with a little hint of lemon. I don't understand. They didn't sit tang. Hey, mate. Hmm. Ho ho yum. Hope you enjoy a KFC. I'm not having KFC for Christmas, donkey. Did you pre-order? Nah, I never pre-order. I found Doritos today. I found my favorite Doritos. I didn't even know you have Doritos in Japan. When did you have Doritos? Have you always had Doritos in Japan? I I was wandering through the supermarket today and like I thought this was like I thought they were like tomato chips, right? I came up to it, I looked at it, it went Doritos. What? Mexican tacos. You know what was really shocking about this packet is compared to the British packet, this is fucking huge. This is the common size in Japan. This is the normal size, right? And this like cost me 137 yen. Could you not tell it's Doritos by the huge English writing on it? Dude, I was at the other end of the supermarket, yeah, looking at snacks, and the packets like standing there, afar, and I didn't. I just saw a red packet, because I was like, they're like that stacked up beside me. So yeah, I didn't really know what they were, and I bought some senbei. These actually, when it comes to snacks, these are my favorite. Yeah, they have different types in Japan. They have the ones without the chocolate coating on top, and they have the ones with like a soy sauce coating on the top instead. And they also have the prawn ones, which are the prawn ones are really nice, but I can't find them unless I go to 7-Eleven. Doritos. It's like there's something about rice crackers I really love. I can't explain why. And I have a really way. Right, normally when I'm not on streaming, I'll be licking the sugar off first. I'll be like, I'll lick the sugar off first, right? Is that what your jizz looks like? Is that what your jizz looks like? Hmm. Do you actually have a job? Otherwise, how do you have dollars to stay in school in Japan? Cream crackers. Cream crackers. I see. Mm. Japan school is not that expensive, dude. Right? Oishii ne. Oh my. Actually, the back of the crackers, it tastes like MSG. The back of the crackers tastes like it's been sprayed with MSG. It's really nice. And the top is like sugar coating. You know what? I think I should end my stream on Twitch because it's I don't want to be too well, it's Twitch, isn't it? I have to be careful with Twitch. Bye Twitch. If you're floating on Twitch and you want to continue watching the stream, please come over to Kick, right? Same username, just kick.com. Thank you. The problem is, there's always like a small percentage of Twitch viewers who are really stubborn to move. Hmm. You know, I found out today that the Japanese bread looks kind of nice. Yeah, the Japanese bread looks kind of nice, but I don't like the branch cake bread that they use. I'm not into it. It just tastes a bit weird. Right. Darius, for a long time, he lived in Japan. Right. For a long time, Darius used to live here. And then one day he moved back to Switzerland. Why do Japanese people use this bread instead of like normal bread? I don't like that. The bread here, this bread is uber soft. Is that like brooch? It is. It's horrible. I saw like the cheese and the ham thing on the top, right, with a bit of mustard. Not mustard, a bit of mayo. And I thought that'd be nice. Thinking it's white bread underneath. Fucking bought one, bit into it, and like, I don't like the bread. I understand why I don't eat bread in Japan now. Do they have normal white bread in Japan, Darius? Hey Darius, hope you good Merry Christmas. Hey Bud Light, hope you good and Merry Christmas to you, sir. Hmm. That happy holidays thing is like isn't that a more American thing? Hmm. The cheese on this bread, it needs to be a bit more cheesier. And they need to stop using this horrible roach bread. I don't like it. But you know, when you buy bread in the supermarket in a packet like that, you don't really know what kind of bread it is until you bite into it, man. So Darius, if I bought sliced bread in Japan, I mean it comes in like six, or actually they come in eight, six, five, and four. The four ones being the thicker ones, right? Is that like white bread that we get in the West? Or is that this bread? Would you say the Japanese food in the process is still highly processed? Um, the thing I like in Japan, right? When you look, when you get like your Google Lens out and look at the ingredients on it, it doesn't have like 50 billion things in it. In England, bread, yeah, bread should be made of flour, pinch of salt, and water. That's it. You don't need anything else in bread. But when you look at bread in the UK, it's not flour, salt, and water. It's flour, salt, and water, and about 50,000 other ingredients. And I don't want to buy the bread in the UK. Well, it depends what kind of flour you use, right? If you use plain flour, then you put yeast in it. If you use self-raising flour, then that has yeast in it, doesn't it? I don't know. My point is that white bread in the UK has a whole load of other chemicals in it, other substances that is mostly there to make the bread last longer, make the bread softer, stay fresh longer. You know, that kind of stuff, right? I don't want to eat bread like that. I think the only reason McDonald's gets away with it is because I don't see the ingredients list. Like, if they printed the ingredient list on the box of when you buy a burger, I think I'll be very quickly to give up McDonald's. I also noticed that the sliced cheese you get in Japan, on the back of it, it says the cheese stays fresh for 120 days from the day of manufacturing. Do you have a rice cooker at least? Yeah, I've got a rice cooker here and one in the UK, but they have microwave rice here. The microwave rice here is really cheap, right? So you get, I think it's like 3 packets of large microwave rice for, I think it's like 427 yen for three packets or 3 servings. And I don't know about you, but since I've been in Japan, my stomach's shrunk. I can't eat. Like, if I put a burger on my rice and eat the rice and the burger, I'm full after that. It's like in the UK when I was like eating when in the UK when Sentinel buy me food, right? He always buys me like I always get loads and loads of burgers from him. So they'd be like a double cheeseburger, or no, a triple cheeseburger, a double quarter pounder. You know, I get what I want, right? A burger on rice. Yeah, I bought a a Japanese style cheeseburger. You know, the cheese in the middle with the sauce and everything, and stuck it in the microwave to heat it up. It's like cooking a bag thing, right? But you're not boiling the bag. Stick it in the microwave in a bag. Oh, hamburger, not burger. They're both to me, they're both burgers. And then you microwave the rice, and then you pour the burger in the sauce and everything on the rice. Like I remember before, I eat the whole bowl of rice. Like when I first came to Japan, I would eat one serving of rice and a burger, and I still feel peckish afterwards. Then I went through all this kind of illness and stuff, and when I was ill, I wasn't eating anything. So I think the size of my stomach shrunk. And then when I recovered from being ill and started eating stuff, right, I find myself, when I go to KFC, 2 pieces of chicken and the Japanese size small fries is just right for me, right? 2 piece chicken, right? You see the size of the Japanese chicken, right, Darius? It's quite small, isn't it? 2 piece chicken, and you see the normal small fries that they have in KFC. It's like the bag is about this wide and it's about this tall, and you get about 20 fries in there. So 2 pieces of chicken and about 20 fries. I'm stuffed. I don't want any more. I mean, like when I go in the shop, I want to buy 3 pieces of chicken and chips. But last time I bought 3 pieces of chicken and chips, I couldn't eat it all. I could eat all the chicken or eat 2 pieces of chicken and the chips, but not all of it. So I guess my stomach's got smaller, man. And I rarely buy these big cans. These big cans, I don't buy them. I normally get the little cans. Well, I was in Aeon supermarket today, and this big can was 200 yen, and I always thought they're like 220 yen, 199 yen for that. It's not. It's barely a pound. You can't get like in the UK. You can't get half a. You can't get half a liter beer for a pound in the UK because exchange rate at the moment it's like 197 for £1, and this is like 199 for one cat for half a liter. Fucking bargain, man! I'm going to buy another tomorrow. So like when people say Japanese sizes are smaller, I've been adjusted. I can live with the Japanese sizes now. The Japanese sizes is for me, it's fine. You know, I went to McDonald's the other week. I bought a double cheeseburger. No fries, no drink, just a double cheeseburger. I was full. I had a craving for cheese, right? And it doesn't matter where I go for cheese and where I go for cheese when I go to the supermarket, yeah. Darius told me to go like look in uh the frozen the refrigerated section. And I've been through it. They got like different types of processed cheese. They got like some blue cheeses. I bought some blue cheeses, and they're blue. They're just not very flavorful. That kind of I think that's one of the things I'm missing out from the UK. It's like cheese that tastes like cheese. In Japan, it's like it's like extra mild cheddar, right? Extra mild. Not the mild one, the extra mild one. And I think the extra mild in the UK still has more flavour than the Japanese one. So if you ask me what I miss about the UK, I just miss the cheese. I don't miss anything else. Ugh. I'm full now, chat. I had like, what did I have? I have like that cake, that bread, and one senbei, can of beer. I'm full, man. I'm ready for sleep now. I'm pretty sure falling asleep after eating is not good for me. I swear, I swear. Hamburger isn't a burger. A hamburger isn't a hamburg. Or a hamburg isn't a hamburger. What the fuck is the difference? I never noticed there's a difference. Honestly. Hamburg versus hamburger. The word hamburg in culinary terms refers to the uncooked meat, while the word hamburger refers to the cooked patty of meat. I think they're the same, Darius. It's just one's cooked and one's uncooked. Yeah. Hamburg is a city in Germany. The Japanese hamburg is very good and not at all a hamburger, by the way. Yeah, but when you look at the definitions between the difference between a hamburg and a hamburger, the definitions is a hamburg is the raw burger, uncooked. I can't post it, man. I have no posting rights on here. I mean, I don't know. I'll believe you, chat. Anything you say, I'll just believe you, right? For the sake of argument, I'll just believe you. I mean, to me, the difference between the Japanese burger and a Western burger that I know of, a hamburger, the Japanese hamburgers are fatter, rounder, sometimes have stuffing, sometimes they usually have some sort of gravy with it. Because some idiots in Michigan are calling hamburgers Hamburg. I don't know, when I go to Google, right, Google just tells me the difference between a hamburg and a hamburger is one is cooked and one isn't. The word hamburg in culinary terms refers to the uncooked meat, while the word hamburger refers to the cooked pate of meat. The name of the German dish was shortened to Hamburgs, and then, when the beef was eventually sandwiched together, the two slices of bread was called a hamburger. Hi native, what's the difference between a hamburg and a hamburger steak? Food is different. Here's the hamburger. Uh, what? I need to sign in. I don't want to sign in. Go to another one. A hamburger, a hamburger. Are you using hamburger and hamburger steak the wrong way? It's very easy to use. Let's learn it with pictures. Hamburger has a bread, salad, and tomato. And Hamburg is like a slab of meat on a plate with an egg with vegetables and stuff. That's what the pictures are showing me. It says hamburger brackets steak. How do I get? How do I tell? I'm. I don't know how do I do this? Where do I send this so you guys can read it? Because I don't. I can't post it in here. Um. I'll go to Kick. Oh. Go to create a dashboard. That's what I was looking at. Yeah. The Japanese have appropriated the hamburger and have made a recipe with the base of the hamburger. That is to say, the most important piece, the meat, is seasoned several in several sweet and sour sauces, etc. It's not sweet and sour though. The sauce you get on a Hamburg steak with cheese, like the one I got anyway, it's not it's not it's not it's not it's not sweet and sour. It's more like a kind of a meaty gravy, like a meaty gravy without like it has the brown meaty look to it, yeah, but it doesn't have like I suppose it could be like a soy sauce kind of sauce, because it's like a brown looking sauce without a meat. It doesn't taste of meat. But, when you put in your rice and everything and you get your bits of burger out and eat it, it tastes pretty good. It's like the bulldog sauce, to be honest. The tonkatsu sauce. I don't like the Oh, I like a little bit of tonkatsu sauce. I don't like a lot of it because I find it very sweet. Bulldog sauce. It's like I'm a bit funny when it comes to food, yeah. Um, I like sweets and I like candy to be sweet, right? But I don't want my food to be sweet. Do you know what I mean? It's like when I like, it's like, for example, my mum, she loves sweet and sour stuff, but I hate it. I won't eat sweet and sour. So when my mum used to cook sweet and sour stuff, she used to she used to cook the sweet and sour. Like she used to do the Hong Kong the Cantonese style fried ball things, and then the sweet and sour sauce separately. And if my mum wants sweet and sour sauce, she'll take the fried meat and dip it in sweet and sour sauce, right? Whereas when I eat it, I won't dip it in the sauce at all. I just eat it crispy, dry. I don't like uh I don't like sweet and sour foods I just don't like them. But sweet drinks, sweet candy, I'm okay. You need to find a new. You need to find a good hamburger place. Uh, yeah, Bickery Donkey. I like Bickery Donkey. Bickery Donkey does the Hamburg steaks, the Japanese style Hamburg steaks. Have you been to Bickery Donkey? I know Darius has been to Bickery Donkey. I went to Bickery Donkey when I was in Osaka, and the steaks were like this big, right? I'm not kidding. The steaks were this big, like a bit bigger than 6 inches, right? And they were about this thick, you know. And you stick your knife into it, right? And it'd be like very moist or saucy on the middle. It's like a almost like a sponge, right? You stick your fork into it, knife in it, and it'd be like all the meat juices flow out. And they'd be like served on a side of like vegetables. You get like when I went to Bickery Donkey, I think I had like 4 fries or 4 chips on the side with like peas and stuff like that, or what Japanese people call garnishing. Uh, Nikita, let's start a cooking channel, and you can be the number one cook streamer on Kick. Avron will be very mad because he's there with only 3 streamers in the category. What? I don't cook. I'm not a cooking. I'm not a cook streamer. Try it. You don't know what happened in the UK, right? When I cooked ramen, I tried to cook ramen like ages and ages ago, and the fire alarm went off. Why did the fire alarm went off? Because the water evaporated, and the ramen stuck to the bottom of the pan and kind of went brown, and load of smoke came out, and the smoke alarm went off. Uh, does he like it when you guys call him Avron in his chat? Does he like it? I mean, like, or does he like time you out when you call him Avron? Avron, what's cooking for Christmas, man? Where is that geezer? Where is he? Is he still in is he in Thailand or is he in Philippines? Did a mass on. I said hi to him today. He ignored me. Give me one sec, chat. Um, I want to change my pants to get more comfortable. Give me one sec. Please don't follow me, camera. You know what? Camera's not following me, right? Because the camera following me, I'm in trouble. Uh, Wearing jeans all day, not comfortable, man. Eddie said he will pay for new teeth, but he's too pussy to get to Japan. Why can't you get teeth done in Thailand? Does Thailand not have dentists? I mean, like, Thai people don't fly out their country to do dentistry, do they? I'm sure that they have dentists in Thailand, you know. Um, if not Thailand, go to the country next door to it. Yeah, and plastic too. So why not stay in Thailand? Why don't Eddie pay for me? Eddie, I want to go to school in Japan. Can you pay for me, please? Like, it's only going to cost me like um $1,000 a quarter. I'll give it $1,000 a quarter. I'll round it up, right? 2 years, um, 30K, 2 years. That needs to be verified. Also, you. Well, you can get all your friends. You can post. There are only 3 cooks in the cooking category total. Jeez, only three cooks. Too many cooks already, man. What did he cook? What did Mr. Avron cook? What did he cook? Did he just burn shit? Did he cook Christmas stuff or what? What did he cook? He's doing plastic kebabs or spaghetti. What's plastic kebabs? Plastic kebabs or spaghetti? I don't know what that is. Uh, like, what a minute. Where does he live? Is he still living with Riri? Or has he got a new house? I don't know where Sus lives anymore. I haven't watched I haven't watched Sus, man. Still with Riri. Do they talk to each other still? Or is it kind of like, this is my house, bitch. You can live here, but I'm not talking to you. I mean, do they still talk to each other? Do they still have like, does she still go in the same car with him? You know? I remember back in the old days, like, wherever Sus went, Riri went, right? But does that still happen? I came in a stream today and I said, "Hey Sus, Merry Christmas." I think he was like too busy telling about chat about how he's how he's like the top streamer in this cooking category or cookery category. And I says, "Hey Sus, Merry Christmas." Did I get a reply? No. She don't want to eat his terrible recipe. I don't blame her, man. Thailand probably has loads of good food. Why would you want to eat like American style cooking stuff, right? When Thailand has loads of delicious, yummy Asian foods. She normally gets takeout. It's okay, it's just his money. Am I still live on Twitch? Because Twitch seems to think I'm live. I've ended my stream on Twitch as well. So Am I still live on Twitch? Am I still live on Twitch? Am I still live on Twitch now?